Every golfer has the ability to do this, and that is really simple. It's getting your bag organised and ready for a game of golf. Got a brand new golf bag here, which I've just gone out and bought. Stay tuned to the end of the video as well, guys, because I'm going to give this bag away to one of my subscribers. But I'm going to show you how to organise your golf bag, because like I say, every golfer can do it. It doesn't require us hitting the golf ball 300 yards, hitting irons close to every single pin or whatever it may be. But if you get your bag organised, you get all the right stuff into it, and also it's nice and tidy, makes it a lot easier to find the clubs that you want when you're out on the golf course, find the bits that you need, you've got your essential bits, and it makes the game easier. First thing we need to do is get the correct accessories in our golf bag. And one of the things that I would always suggest is getting something like this, a little tote bag. So for myself, I've got all my little medical supplies that I might need out on the golf course, a bit of tape that acts as plasters. I've got bad hay fever, so I need something for that. A little bit of lip balm. If you need painkillers and things like that, get those into the golf bag. And they are the first thing that goes in to your little tote bag there, because what you don't want is things floating around everywhere in your golf bag. From there then, if you're like me, when you go to a nice golf course and you buy golf ball markers, I stick these into the bag here, because again, I don't want them floating around. And when I come to get one at the start of the round of golf, I know where it is, I can get straight into there. Pitchfork, very important that every golfer takes a pitchfork with them, at least a tee at minimum, because we want to repair our greens. We want them being nice as we go through. Again, straight into your bag. Pencil in, spare one, and then if you do use things like your Sharpie pens and your line-up bags, again, all into your tote bag. From there then, seal it nice and shut. Biggest thing then, where does it go when we get into the bag? Well, if I bring this rascal over here, I pop that there. For me, because it's one of the most used things, I want to get the Sharpie out, I want to get my ball markers out, it's going to go straight into my ball marker section there. So biggest pocket, easy to access, bang it straight in there. I can get that done and it's easy to go from there. Then T-pegs. We're all going to need some T-pegs out on the golf course. This bag, a lot of pockets on it, so I tend to use this big deep one here. I would empty all my T-pegs into there, so I know once that I'm in there, I've got everything that I want, just T-pegs straight away. From there then, we're going to need some golf balls. We always need golf balls. I would suggest as well, don't carry too many golf balls. Obviously, it's skill dependent. If you're using a golf ball a hole, then you need to carry 18 golf balls. But I would say somewhere between 9 golf balls would be a good average to carry. They are heavy once you start adding them into your bag. So from there, again, this pocket here on the back is the most accessible one. So because I'll be using a golf ball a lot, I'm going to put that straight into there. That is pretty much that pocket done and dusted from that point. I've got my tees on the top, so I can easily just reach in and grab those. I've got my nice accessories there that are easily accessible as I go through. I'm sorted on that front. From there then, I would take quite a few gloves with me, and normally I've got a little plastic bag I would put them in. If you get like a little sandwich bag or something and you put those in, it'll stop them getting wet. Over here in England it does rain quite a bit, so nothing worse than if you've got a wet glove and then you go to get a new one, pull it out, it's absolutely wet through. You don't want that. You want to try and keep it nice and dry, so I would suggest getting a little sandwich bag. From there then, because I'm not going to be accessing it that much, I'd probably put those down into the pocket on the side here and get those in there with, like I say, that little sandwich bag. From there then, one other little thing that I always carry, scorecard holder. Again, don't want to get the card wet, it's just a handy place to keep it in the pocket. I would keep that in there with my gloves in that little bag, and off we go. And that is pretty much the accessories. As long as it's neat and tidy, you've not got things floating around everywhere, it's not going to be hard to find. Keeps it organised. Get those gloves in a plastic bag, so if it does rain, you're covered on that front. Don't carry too many golf balls, and you're pretty much done for your accessories, unless you find some that have been floating around. So just throw those quickly into the golf bag. Guys, remember, make sure you subscribe to the channel as well, because if you are, you're going to get in a chance to win this golf bag. I will send it to one of my subscribers. From there then, right, what do we need? Well, obviously, like I say, we live in England, so I always now, as we get into winter, I will always have my waterproofs on hand. Roll them up as well, don't just scrunch them into your bag, because you'll find if you just scrunch them in, it takes up loads of space. So literally, nice and rolled there. The easier you do it, the tighter you get it, you're gonna save some space as you go through. As we're in, biggest pocket, you can place those down towards the bottom. Again, the same with the jacket. And already now, as you just come in here, you can see I've still got loads more space for other stuff. If I wanted sandwiches or any food and nutrition, I've got space for that as we go in there. Zip that one up. Job is a good one. If you need a bobble hat or anything like that, or cap, whatever it may be, stick that into that pocket as well. Then, rangefinders. If you're carrying something like a GPS that's going to get onto the side of your bag, what you want to do is find a spot that is accessible as we go through. So with this bag, I've got the little clip holder here. As I would go through, bang, clips on. So whenever I put my bag down on the ground, it's at that hand level and I can grab it nice and quickly. That is quite important to have there. If you've got it in one of your pockets, if you don't zip it up, it's going to fall out, and then you've got to go rooting for it each time. Try and keep it in that nice accessible location as we go through. Towel, again, I actually drape mine over my golf clubs, always have done, because it stops them banging, but you will generally find little towel hooks or umbrella hooks as you go through it, so I just put it onto them. But like I say, I'm going to hang mine over my golf clubs, which is where we're moving on to next, because what you don't want to be doing is having a bag that looks like a tool bag at home, your toolbox that you've just thrown everything in, you can't find it, you're faffing around on the golf course, you're starting to get a little agitated because you're looking for your 9-iron, you thought it was your 6, you don't know which one it is. Not what we want to do. What we want to do when we're getting our clubs involved is we're going to start from the driver and work down to our lob wedge. And we're going to start with the top driver, being the top club. That's going to go to the top of the bag here. What I see a lot of people doing is putting it in this way, in the bottom one, and then working up. We don't want that, and I'll tell you a reason why for that in a second. Driver goes in, then we just work down the line here. So I would always go anything with a head cover or a longer, like a rescue club, that's going to go into my top slot there. More so, because it's got the head cover on it, I'm going to take my putter and I get that in. From there then, dependent on the bag you've got as well, you might have a 14 club slotted bag. Here I've got another 3 slots now. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 irons that I've got to get into these 3 slots. So you would think it would be 3, 3, 3. But because the bottom one's a bit bigger, I'm going to go 4. So again, I'm going to go up to the top end, I'm going to go 4, 5, 6, and what I'm going to do is work through it as if you were almost reading a book. We're going to start close and work to the edge of the page. So 4 irons in, 5 iron is in, 6 irons in, and we're nice and simple with those there. Again, same theory, 7, 8, 9, and what that does as well, when I've got them in, if you just come in close here, look at the level of the clubs now. As I work these through from right to left, as I look at it, each one is falling in line as we go down, so we get this descending little height. If we went the opposite way, it would be a little bit backwards, but it wouldn't be what I want. From there then, wedges going in, and then I get my final selection of wedges in to the bag, 50, 56, and 60. That is what a good organised golf bag would look like. One last little thing, I get alignment cane in there. If you've got alignment cane as well, make sure you've got one of these little caps on it, because the worst thing you can do is not have one, and then it will scratch your driver head as you go through. For me, like I said, I actually just rest my towel over the top here, hook it into 1 iron, stops it banging, and it hangs down. And that is how you organise your golf bag. Super simple. There we go. How are you going to win this golf bag? Well, all you need to do is make sure that you are a subscriber to the channel. A lot of people watching the videos aren't subscribed, you're coming back, you're returning and watching them, but you're not a subscriber, make sure you click the subscribe button down below here. Also, just leave me a comment. It's Christmas. I hope everyone's had a good time. Maybe just leave Merry Christmas, but any comment you want. And I will pick one subscriber and I will send this bag out to you. Guys, hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure your bag is nice and organised and it's not looking a shambles, and then you won't act a shambles on the golf course. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.